Hello everyone and welcome to Thoughts. Today I have thoughts on David Ferrer. I know a lot of you probably expected this a little bit earlier. His last professional match was in Madrid. I had talked about him when he played his last major match at the US Open last year, but it was good first of all to see him get so much love from so many different areas, the fans, the media, most specifically his fellow players, because he never really had his moment, besides when he helped Spain win Davis Cup, but he never really had his moment where he won a slam and he got that outpouring of love. So it was good to see Barcelona. By the way, still in London, found the tennis courts back here. Don't have anyone to play with and didn't bring my racket, but if anyone wants to hit me up on Twitter DMs and who has a racket and would like to go for a hit, this is Hyde Park, I am open to do so. So hit me up on Twitter, @GilGross. Yeah, so I just want to talk about what David Ferrer meant to me and still means to me. There was something that my coach would always say. My coach, Chris Lewitt, who has a YouTube channel of his own, so you can look him up. He would call fitness suffering. So when we went on a run, he would say, "This is suffering." And he would always say, you have to learn how to suffer if you want to be a successful player, if you want to maximize your potential. And suffering, like anything else, it's something that it's easy for a coach to say that you need to do, but it's hard for a coach to really show you how to do it. And to me, David Ferrer was the person who showed me how to suffer. So first of all, what's unique about suffering is anyone can do it. Anyone can learn how to build up that pain tolerance. It doesn't matter if you're born with the coordination of Roger Federer, or it doesn't matter if you're born with the physical attributes that some of the top players in the world were born with. Genetically, you can be anyone, and you can learn this skill. The skill that is to try 110% every second of a given tennis match. And this was David Ferrer's greatest weapon, his ability to give maximum effort at all times. It's a skill that anyone can learn. It's a skill that all coaches tell all their players that they should do. But again, someone has to teach you that. And to me, it wasn't my coach who was telling me how to suffer. It was turning on the TV and watching David Ferrer with such regularity. It was going to the US Open and making sure never to miss a David Ferrer match if I didn't have to, even when I was a ball boy there. That is what actually taught me this skill the best I can. And then it's a skill that needs to be practiced, right? You can watch Ferrer, you can have coaches telling you that you need to learn how to suffer, but then you also, just like anything else, need to practice it. And before I sign off here, because that is the main reason I idolize David Ferrer, I want to talk about what that actually looks like on the tennis court. There are a lot of places, there are a lot of times in a tennis match where it's very easy to look for a way out because you feel the pain coming on. It can be you just played a 30-shot rally and you're up 40-15 and you're out of breath. So the next first serve you're going to hit a flat serve as hard as you can and hope for an ace because you're tired. You missed the first serve, right? And you have to hit a second. Maybe you lose the next 2 points and now it's deuce. If you have the ability, if you've trained yourself in suffering, you're not going to go for a harder first serve just because you're out of breath. You're going to play that next point, just like you played the point at love all after the changeover. It's not going to feel the same. It's going to hurt. You're out of breath. Your legs feel like brick, but you push through it. That's what Ferrer was always able to do. And it didn't matter if he was up 40-15 and he just won a long rally. That point at 40-15, he gave 100%. And on a return game, it didn't matter if he was down 30-love. A lot of players will say, okay, well, I'm probably going to lose this game, and I don't want to tire myself out for my next service game when I need to make sure I hold serve. So on these next couple points, I'm going to go for a winner early, or I'm going to try a drop shot, or I'm going to go to the net even though I didn't set it up. Ferrer never did these things. And as a result, he brought out every inch of his capability on the tennis court. He maximized all of that ability because on every point, he was pushing himself to the limit and giving 110% effort. The same thing, happened not just within a game, but within a set. If you're down in a set, are you going to save your energy for the next set, or are you going to try as hard as you can? Now, the other thing that requires is impeccable fitness, and I think that's always worth stating. And Ferrer was, put in so much work off the court that gave him the ability to push himself as hard as he did on the court. But I think that's what Ferrer meant to me. That's why I idolized him. And that's why he was always who I looked up to and who I emulated, because I knew that there were certain skills that Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic have that I will never have. But David Ferrer had a skill that I thought would be best suited to try to strive for. So, Ferrer showed me what it looks like to suffer. And honestly, of all the life lessons that tennis can teach someone, and there are a lot in there, I would say this is the number one most important lesson tennis ever taught me. Bringing the ability to fight through pain, bringing the ability to suffer, which you did on the tennis court, during a match, off the tennis court, during fitness and drilling, and to bring that off the tennis court when things are hard. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.